Still eating white bread with every meal, you could be silently spiking your blood sugar without even realizing it. But what if I told you there are two types of bread that not only satisfy your cravings, but actually help keep your blood sugar stable? Yes, even if you're over 50. Welcome back to Everly Health, your trusted guide for healthy living over 50, especially for those managing diabetes. Bread is often seen as the enemy for diabetics, but the truth is, not all bread is created equal. In today's video, we're revealing the top 2 best breads every senior with diabetes must know about. These aren't fancy, expensive health store picks. They're simple, powerful choices you can find at most grocery stores. And the best part? They help you control your blood sugar without sacrificing flavor. So stay tuned because these 2 breads might completely change how you look at your daily meals. Number 1. Ezekiel Bread, the power of shrouded grains. Let's kick things off with a powerhouse, Ezekiel Bread. This isn't just another whole grain bread, it's made from sprouted whole grains and legumes like wheat, barley, lentils, soybeans, and spelt. What makes it special is the sprouting process, which actually changes the grain's composition in a way that benefits blood sugar. Sprouting breaks down the starches in grains, making them easier to digest and lower on the glycemic index, GI. That means Ezekiel Bread leads to slower, steadier increases in blood glucose, unlike white or even whole wheat bread, which can cause rapid spikes. For diabetics, especially those over 50, this can be a game changer. Another perk? Ezekiel Bread contains no added sugar, no preservatives, and it's loaded with natural fiber and plant-based protein. This combination not only stabilizes blood sugar, but also keeps you full longer, which helps curb overeating, a common challenge for many seniors managing diabetes. Most breads, even the ones labeled whole wheat, often hide sugar, molasses, or honey to improve flavor and shelf life. But Ezekiel Bread skips all that. Instead, it relies on the natural sweetness of sprouted grains, making it a truly clean option. When it comes to nutrition, one slice of Ezekiel Bread offers about 15 grams of carbs, 3 grams of fiber, and 5 grams of protein. That high fiber to carb ratio is crucial. It slows glucose absorption and keeps insulin response in check. But that's not all. The protein content is complete, meaning it contains all 9 essential amino acids. This is rare for plant-based foods and is especially beneficial for older adults who need to maintain muscle mass and energy. You'll also find minerals like magnesium, zinc, iron, and B vitamins in every slice, nutrients that play a major role in glucose metabolism and nerve protection. It's a true nutritional ally for people living with type 2 diabetes. Taste-wise, Ezekiel Bread is dense, hearty, and nutty. It may take a few bites to get used to, especially if you're used to fluffy white bread. But give it time. It's incredibly satisfying when toasted and paired with diabetic-friendly toppings like avocado, almond butter, or boiled egg slices. For best results, look for it in the frozen section of your grocery store. Since it's preservative-free, Ezekiel Bread is usually kept frozen to stay fresh. Toast a slice straight from the freezer and it's ready to go, no fuss. And here's the best part. Switching to Ezekiel Bread doesn't mean giving up on bread. It just means making a smarter, more nourishing choice that your body will thank you for. Especially when you're managing diabetes in your 50s, 60s, or beyond. Number 2. 100% whole grain rye bread. The blood sugar stabilizer. Second on our list is 100% whole grain rye bread, a classic in many European diets and an underrated superstar for seniors with diabetes. Rye bread is made from rye flour, which has a different type of starch and fiber than wheat, resulting in a much lower glycemic index. Studies have shown that rye bread, especially dense whole grain versions, produces a more gradual rise in blood sugar compared to regular wheat bread. Why? Because rye flour is rich in soluble fiber, which helps slow digestion, promote satiety, and regulate post-meal glucose levels. For diabetics, this translates to better control and fewer energy crashes. What sets 100% whole grain rye bread apart is its minimal processing. Unlike many commercial multigrain or wheat breads, which often contain white flour or hidden sugars, real rye bread is made from whole rye kernels, water, and natural fermentation. No gimmicks, no junk. Fermentation is another bonus. Traditional rye breads often use a sourdough starter, which enhances gut health and further reduces the glycemic impact. This makes rye bread an excellent option not just for blood sugar, but also for digestion and inflammation. Two major concerns for seniors over 50. A slice of dense rye bread may contain around 12 to 15 grams of carbs, 2 to 4 grams of fiber, and a modest amount of protein. While it may not be high in protein like Ezekiel bread, the fiber profile and slower absorption make it an excellent carb choice for people managing type 2 diabetes. Texture-wise, rye bread tends to be denser, darker, and slightly tangy due to the fermentation process. It holds up beautifully when toasted and pairs well with savory toppings like hummus, cottage cheese, or smoked salmon, all great choices for stable blood sugar meals. Now, it's important to avoid imitations. Many breads labeled as rye in supermarkets are actually made from refined wheat flour with just a bit of rye flour mixed in and often sweetened with corn syrup or caramel coloring. Look for labels that say 100% whole grain rye or whole rye flour as the first ingredient. You can often find true rye bread at health food stores, farmers markets, or European-style bakeries. If buying pre-packaged, aim for those with minimal ingredients, no added sugar, and at least 2 to 3 grams of fiber per slice. Rye bread has been linked to better insulin response, improved cholesterol levels, and even reduced inflammation markers, making it one of the best choices not only for managing diabetes, but also for supporting heart and metabolic health in seniors. If you've been missing bread but don't want to risk sugar spikes, 100% whole grain rye bread is a wholesome, satisfying, and safe addition to your diabetic meal plan. Your taste buds and your glucose meter will thank you. Smart tip, it's not just about the bread, it's what you eat with it. Switching to diabetes-friendly bread is a great first step, but what you add on top or eat alongside it can make or break your blood sugar levels. A slice of Ezekiel or rye bread becomes even more effective when combined with healthy fats and proteins. Why? Because fat and protein help slow down carbohydrate digestion, which means fewer glucose spikes after your meal. For example, try topping your bread with mashed avocado, which is loaded with monounsaturated fats and fiber. Or go for a hard-boiled egg or a tablespoon of almond butter. These additions not only make your meal more satisfying, but also help keep your blood sugar levels stable for longer periods of time. And let's talk portion size. Just because it's healthy bread doesn't mean you should eat 4 slices in one sitting. Portion control is key, especially for seniors with slower metabolism. Stick with 1 or 2 slices per meal and focus on balance. Add vegetables, lean protein, or even a small serving of low glycemic fruit to round out your plate. Another smart move? Time your carbs right. Try eating your bread-based meal earlier in the day, like during breakfast or lunch, when your body is more insulin sensitive. Late-night carb-heavy meals tend to cause higher glucose responses, especially in older adults. Also, consider checking your blood sugar before and after eating to see how your body responds to different types of bread. This can be incredibly empowering. What works well for one person might not work as well for another, and your glucose meter can give you instant feedback that helps you adjust your choices. Finally, don't fall for buzzwords like multigrain, wheat, or even keto unless you read the label. Some of the worst breads are marketed as healthy but are loaded with hidden sugars and processed flour. Always look at the ingredients list and remember, real food doesn't need flashy marketing. It speaks for itself through results. So the next time you reach for bread, remember, smart choices like Ezekiel or 100% whole grain rye can make a huge difference in your blood sugar and overall health. It's not about giving up the foods you love. It's about choosing better versions that support your body. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more simple science-backed tips to manage diabetes over 50. Your health is worth every smart choice you make, starting with the bread on your plate.